What up guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. I'm Johnny from Johnny's Garage and today I will show you how to replace this old felt seal with this modern radial shaft seal. Let's go. Right here you can see part of the rear wheel hub, and in this one I already have installed this modern radial shaft seal. And you can see this right there, this black part. And in this part I still have this old felt seal installed, and right now I'll show you how to install this modern radial shaft seal. Here are the two radial shaft seals I will install in these two wheel hubs. This is the wheel hub for the rear and this is the wheel hub for the front. And first of all I will start with cleaning these two surfaces and then take this wheel bearing out and I guess replace this seal. Alright, first of all I will press this old wheel bearing out of here. Already done. Then we have this little metal lip, I don't know, and right here you can already take this felt shaft seal out. Almost done. Now I will clean everything with brake cleaner. What's also very important that you clean this surface. I just do it with this knife, it works fine. And when you have the big stuff off, you can take some sandpaper and clean it even more. Alright, when everything is clean, you can install this new radial shaft seal right in here. First press it with your fingers as hard as you can in here. And then you can take this metal piece, put it on top. Then grab a very big socket and then hammer it carefully inside. Alright, this is how it looks. It's perfectly inside and you can see right here that there's a lip. When the lip is installed, I take this metal plate, put it in here and take a rubber hammer and gently hammer the wheel bearing back inside the wheel hub. Done. Now I will clean the surface of the other side of the wheel hub. Now I will open up the wheel hub from the front, and that looks like that. So in here are two wheel bearings. There's one small one and here's a larger one. And I guess I will clean the surfaces again. And then there's this metal plate, whoops, and here's the felt sealing, which we will replace. Now both parts are clean. And I will install now this radial shaft seal right in here, just like with the other wheel hub. That's what it looks like again. I think it's installed correctly. And now we need one sealing. This paper gasket goes right on here. And then these belong like that. And then I have to press them together and then it's done. But before I do that, before I press these together, I will put some sealant on this paper gasket. So everything will be 100% sealed. I guess it won't be waterproof, but it will be better than just the paper gasket. Alright, now I will apply a little bit of this sealant on top of the surface. now we install this paper gasket, and this. Before installing this part, we need to install the brake shoes on here, and in order to do that I will use this copper paste and put a little bit of it on these moving parts of the brake shoes and also on the end. Already installed the upper spring, and I have to install the lower spring. Now that the two brake shoes are installed and also the two retaining springs, I can install the wheel bearing package. Just hammer it on with the hammer, and then you can take this nut, screw it on here and tighten it. And now you have to secure the nut which is inside here with this little safety pin, just like that. So right now everything is good to go and I can install my brake drum. And I know, since these brake shoes are brand new and relined, they don't really fit into this brake drum. I hope you know what I mean. Because to have a good brake performance, this whole surface should sit while braking on this surface of the brake drum. But that won't be the case, because they are not worn in yet. And there is a special tool, a friend of mine has that. You can put it on here and you can set the tool to the inner diameter of the brake drum and then scrape a little of the surface of this brake shoe away. So it will fit right into the brake drum. I won't do that right now because I don't have this tool at the moment. But if I see that the brake performance isn't very good with this new brake setup, I will go to my friend and then I will scrape a little of the surface off the brake shoe and then it should be fine. And now I can install the brake drum. Okay. As you can see, it doesn't fit because there's too much pressure on this brake cable. On the other side, the brake drum is already installed, as you can see. And yeah, so I have to untighten or loosen this cable in order to get this brake drum to fit. That's kind of annoying, but I guess you have to do that. Alright, on this cable is too much pressure. As you can see, these brake shoes are not all the way in their resting position. I hope you can see that. And you change it with this bolt. There's one cable for the front, this one goes to the right side and that's for the left side, but it's one cable. So I have to screw this one, I think, outwards, and then there shouldn't be that much pressure on this cable, and then this brake shoe should be in the resting position, and then the drum should fit right on here. Alright, now that was a half turn, and I think maybe one more should be okay. It's super annoying, this cable braking system. I don't like that, but I guess that's just how it was in the time, and don't know if it's much better. I will do one more turn. Okay, now as you can see, there's not that much pressure on here, and I hope the front drum now fits on there. Alright, as you can see, this gap down here is much smaller than before. This cable is loose, and I hope this brake fits now on here. Alright, perfect. Now this drum needs to be secured with 3 of these little screws, and then the front is already ready to go. Alright, now everything is done, the brake drum is secured and everything is turning freely. And now I can take my wheel and mount it. Alright, now my front wheel is mounted, the front is ready, just the wheel needs to go on. I will show you the rear. Then it's almost the same, but I guess you will see that right now. Done. Once the first one is mounted, the second one is always easier. That's done as well. Check if the position is good, and yeah, now the part which is going right there. I don't know where it is right now, but I will find it. Alright, the part is right here. Just press it on here, just like that. And now this part go on here, and this gasket goes in between. And of course I will use this sealing stuff again. Alright, now there is all the sealant on there. Now I don't want to forget anything. Ah yes, right. Before I do that, I will take a little safety disc, which will go right here, and then this big nut goes right on here. Tighten it all the way. Make sure it still spins freely. And to be honest, I'm not sure if you can over tighten these wheel bearings. I don't think so. I guess if you tighten anything, you can't over tighten anything, but it's not an adjustable wheel bearing. So that should be fine. One more. Okay, now I take a screwdriver and fold one side of this securing plate over, and then this big nut is secured. So now this securing plate or washer plate, I don't know really what you call that, is hammered against the side of this nut, and now this nut is not going anywhere and everything is great. Now I can take my paper gasket and keep installing the rear axle. Alright, right now I have to install this little woodroof key in this little hole. Give it a little tap. And hope it stays in place. And this woodroof key will go into this little thingy. Now I will take this big nut and screw it right on here. And I don't really have anything fitting for this nut, so I will use this tool to tighten the nut all the way. Alright, now this nut is tightened all the way, and I will secure it with this little safety pin. Just like that. and I will shorten this bottom one a little bit, and then okay, that's how it looks right now. I think that should be good. I can take these off and then mount my tire, and then take this last jack stand away, and then the car is ready to roll out of this garage, and we can go to the garage on this side, and there I have more space to get all of this back together. Alright guys, as you can see, we just jumped in time. I'm wearing something different. The car is almost back together. The carburetors are on it. The radiator is back together. And the dynamo and distributor are back on the car. While editing this video, I decided to make 2 to 3 videos out of this video, because I decided it would be too long for you to watch me just half an hour or even longer, just me talking to you about pretty boring stuff, I guess. And that's why you will see in the next video how I install this dynamo and this distributor. And yeah, I hope you liked the video so far. Comment down below, like and subscribe, and as always, keep driving and follow for more.